All right, so are you aiming for that top spot in sales leadership,
Yeah.
sales director? You came
Nice.
to the right place
You did.
because today we are diving deep into what it takes to not just survive,
Right.
but dominate those sales director interviews.
Oh, yeah.
Think of this as your cheat sheet
Cheat sheet.
to landing that dream job.
So what's really interesting is how much this role has actually changed.
Yeah.
You're no longer just a closer.
Right.
You're a data-driven strategist,
Yeah.
a team leader,
Oh, yeah.
and a visionary.
That's a lot to cover in an interview.
It really is.
So we are using excerpts from 2025 Sales Director interview questions and answers to guide us.
Okay.
It is a treasure trove of insights.
Yeah, it is.
And since this role is so competitive,
It is.
we're going beyond the basics here.
Yeah.
Get ready for some serious aha moments.
So speaking of which,
Yeah?
preparation is everything.
Mm-mm.
It's like planning a major sales campaign.
Okay.
You wouldn't walk in blind, would you?
Definitely not. But it's more than just researching the company website, right?
Yes.
We're talking deep competitor analysis too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Tools like Crayon and Owler can be your secret weapons.
Okay.
Imagine walking into the interview with insights into their competitors' latest moves.
Yeah.
It shows you're already thinking strategically about their market.
That's a brilliant point. You're not just selling yourself.
You're
You're selling your understanding of their entire playing field.
Exactly. So think about their sales strategy.
Okay.
Target markets,
Uh-huh.
weaknesses.
Hmm.
Use that intel to tailor your answers.
Yeah.
Show them you're already thinking like a sales director for their company.
Okay, let's unpack this a little further.
All right.
Our source material breaks down sales director interview questions into 4 main categories:
Okay.
leadership and vision,
Uh-huh.
sales expertise and strategy,
Mm-hmm.
behavioral and situational,
Okay.
and performance management and analytics.
Yeah.
Knowing this helps you anticipate what's coming right now.
Think of it like knowing your audience.
Okay.
Each category assesses a different aspect of your skills.
Uh-huh.
So your prep needs to be multifaceted.
Okay, so walk me through some concrete steps to get ready.
Okay.
Where do we even begin?
Start by researching the company, obviously.
Okay.
But go beyond the surface.
Okay.
Understand their financials,
Good.
their growth trajectory,
Okay.
recent press releases.
Right.
Then dive into their competitors.
Okay.
Who are they losing to?
Yeah.
What are those competitors doing better?
Right.
That's gold for framing your answers.
Okay. So once we got that market intel down,
Yeah.
how do we tackle the actual questions,
Okay.
especially the behavioral and situational ones?
Right.
Those always trip me up.
Those are all about showcasing your experience.
Okay.
Take the 30, 60, 90-day plan question.
Great.
It's not just about listing generic goals.
Right.
Walk them through a hypothetical plan.
Yeah.
In the first 30 days, you're focusing on understanding the team and identifying quick wins.
Okay.
The next 30, you're implementing a key initiative based on your market analysis.
Right.
By day 90,
Mm-hmm.
you're already seeing results
Okay.
and setting the stage for long-term growth.
Wow, that's so much more concrete than just saying,
It is.
I'll analyze the sales process.
Yeah.
That's a real action plan.
Exactly. You back everything up with real examples from your career.
Right.
Quantification is key here.
Okay.
Instead of saying you improved sales,
Yeah?
tell them you increased conversion rates by 15% using a targeted email campaign.
Numbers speak volumes.
They do.
So let's dive into some specific questions and answers, shall we?
Let's do it.
I'm ready to hear some more of those impactful responses.
A classic one is, how do you develop and execute a sales strategy that aligns with company goals?
Yeah.
They're looking for big picture thinking here.
Right, so we can't just regurgitate some textbook definition.
Yeah.
How do we connect the dots for them?
Start by explaining how you thoroughly understand their company objectives,
Okay.
not just from their website,
Mhm.
but from your deeper dive into their financials
Sure.
and market position.
Hi.
Then discuss your approach to market analysis
Mhm.
and how you translate those insights into a concrete strategy.
So it's almost like presenting a mini strategy session right there in the interview.
Exactly. And here's where your competitor research comes in handy.
Okay.
Let's say you uncover that their biggest rival is focusing on a specific niche market.
Mm-hmm.
You can suggest exploring that niche as part of your proposed strategy,
Okay.
showing them you're already thinking ahead.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
It's not just a generic answer. It's a tailored solution to their specific challenges.
Right.
And I bet that would really impress them.
It absolutely would. It shows you're not just looking for a job.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking to solve their problems.
Right.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
There are plenty more questions to tackle.
All right, bring it on. What's next?
Let's talk about turning around a struggling team.
Yeah.
They'll want to know how you handle challenges.
Okay, I've got a few situations in mind from my past roles.
Good.
But how do I frame it to showcase my leadership skills?
Right.
Not just the problem itself.
Don't just describe the situation.
Okay.
Explain your specific actions and the positive outcomes.
Right.
Let's say you inherited a team with low morale. Instead of saying, I motivated them,
Yeah.
break it down.
Okay.
Did you implement new training programs?
Oh, okay.
Introduce a mentorship system?
Ah.
Maybe you revamped their compensation structure.
Right, because actions speak louder than words,
They do.
especially in sales.
Yeah.
We need to prove we can walk the walk.
Exactly. And don't forget to quantify the results.
Right.
Did sales increase?
Mm-hmm.
Did employee satisfaction scores improve?
Okay.
Numbers paint a powerful picture.
Got it. So it's all about taking those experiences and turning them into many success stories.
Precisely. Show them you've been in the trenches,
Yeah.
tackled tough situations, and emerged victorious.
All right, I'm feeling more confident already.
Good.
What other question types should we be prepared for?
Let's talk about setting realistic sales targets.
Okay.
This one tests your strategic thinking
Right.
and your ability to balance ambition with achievability.
I've always found this tricky.
It is.
How do we strike that balance without sounding either too cautious or overly optimistic?
It all comes down to data.
Okay.
Explain how you leverage historical sales data,
Okay.
market research,
Uh-huh.
and competitor analysis to inform your target setting process.
Right.
It shows you're not just pulling numbers out of thin air.
Right. We need to demonstrate that we're data-driven decision makers.
Yes, you do.
But it's not just about the numbers, is it?
Absolutely not.
No.
Don't forget to mention the importance of involving your team in the process.
Okay.
Getting their buy-in is crucial for achieving those targets.
Right.
You could say something like,
Okay.
I analyze the data and then present my findings to the team for their feedback. This collaborative approach ensures that the targets are both challenging and attainable.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It shows that you value their input
Yes.
and understand the importance of teamwork.
It also demonstrates that you're not just a data cruncher.
Yeah.
You're a leader who understands the human element of sales.
All right, so we've covered setting targets,
Right.
turning around struggling teams, and developing sales strategies.
Right.
What other challenges do sales directors typically face?
Coaching and developing sales talent is a big one.
Okay.
They want to know you can not only lead,
Yeah.
but also nurture the next generation of sales superstars.
So it's not enough to just say, I'm a great coach, right?
Yeah.
We need to back it up with concrete examples.
Exactly. Share a story about a time you helped a rep improve their closing rate
Okay.
or overcome a specific challenge. Maybe you role-played sales calls with them or provided personalized feedback sessions.
Okay.
Show them you have a system for developing talent.
Okay. I like that it makes it more tangible
It does.
and less about just claiming to be a good coach.
Exactly.
Anything else they might ask about coaching?
They might ask how you handle conflict within the team.
Okay.
Sales can be a high-pressure environment.
Yeah.
So this is a key skill.
Good point. I've definitely had to mediate some heated discussions in my time.
Right.
But how do I present that without making it sound like my teams are constantly at each other's throats?
Focus on your process for addressing conflicts,
Okay.
emphasizing active listening,
Mm-hmm.
impartiality,
Yeah.
and finding solutions that benefit the entire team.
Right.
You could say something like,
Okay.
when conflicts arise,
Right.
I ensure that I fully understand each party's perspective before facilitating a discussion where both individuals can express their concerns respectfully.
Okay.
We then collaboratively develop a solution that addresses the root cause of the conflict.
It sounds much better than saying,
It does.
tell them to just get over it.
Definitely, it shows that you have a mature and structured approach to conflict resolution,
Right.
which is essential for maintaining a positive and productive team environment.
All right. So we've covered a lot of ground on the soft skills of sales leadership.
Yeah.
What about the more technical aspects?
Data analysis and forecasting are critical.
Well,
In today's data-driven world,
right.
be prepared to discuss your experience with different forecasting models
Yeah.
and the tools you've used.
Okay. I'm comfortable with basic forecasting,
Okay.
but I wouldn't call myself an expert.
Yeah.
How much technical detail should I go into?
You don't need to be a data scientist,
Okay.
but you should be able to explain your approach to forecasting in a clear and concise way.
Okay.
Mention the types of models you've used.
All right.
like pipeline analysis,
Okay.
opportunity stage probability,
Mm.
or historical data forecasting.
Right, because they're not expecting us to build a complex model on the whiteboard.
No,
They just want to see that we understand the principles.
exactly. And if you can tie it back to a specific example
Okay.
where your data-driven approach led to tangible results,
Hmm.
even better.
Okay.
You could say something like,
All right.
in my previous role, I implemented a new forecasting model
Okay.
that leveraged both historical data
Yeah.
and real-time market trends.
Mm-hmm.
This allowed us to anticipate a seasonal downturn
Right.
and adjust our sales strategy accordingly,
Oh, okay.
which minimized the losses and actually resulted in a 5% increase in revenue
Wow.
compared to the previous year.
That's impressive.
Right.
And it really showcases the value of a data-driven approach.
It does.
I'm starting to feel like I could actually ace these interviews.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Just remember, preparation is key.
Right.
The more you practice articulating your experiences
Mm-hmm.
and connecting them to the specific needs of the company,
Okay.
the more confident you'll become.
All right. I'm ready to keep digging into these questions and answers.
Okay?
What other gems do we have in store?
Let's shift gears and tackle a question
Okay.
that really tests your strategic thinking.
Okay. Game. What kind of question are we talking about?
Something,
Yeah.
how do you balance short-term sales targets
Mm-hmm.
with long-term business growth?
Yeah.
Or they want to see you're not just focused on the here and now.
Right. It's about playing the long game.
It is.
But in sales, there's always that pressure to hit those immediate numbers.
Exactly. And that's what makes this question tricky.
Yeah.
You need to show them you can walk that tightrope
Yeah.
between driving revenue today
Uh-huh.
and making investments that pay off down the line.
So how do we strike that balance without sounding like we're sacrificing one for the other?
Talk about prioritizing activities that generate quick wins,
Okay.
like closing deals in the pipeline,
Mm.
while simultaneously building relationships
Right.
and expanding into new markets.
Okay.
Maybe you allocate a portion of your team's time to nurturing key accounts
Uh-huh.
or pilot a new sales methodology.
Mm-hmm.
That could revolutionize your approach.
That makes sense. It's like we're juggling multiple balls,
Right.
keeping them all in the air.
Yeah.
But how do we showcase this in a concrete way?
Instead of just listing activities,
Okay.
share an example from your experience.
Right.
You could say,
Mhm.
in my previous role, we were focused on hitting ambitious quarterly targets.
Right.
But I also recognized the need to build a foundation for sustainable growth. So I implemented a mentorship program,
Right.
pairing senior reps with new hires,
Right.
which not only boosted team morale, but also led to a 10% increase in deal closures within 6 months.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
It shows you're thinking about the long-term impact of your actions,
Exactly.
not just the immediate results.
It demonstrates that you understand the value of building a strong team
Uh-huh.
and investing in their development,
Right.
which ultimately leads to long-term success.
Okay, so we've talked about balancing short-term and long-term goals.
Yeah.
What other strategic challenges do sales directors face?
Maintaining a competitive edge in a saturated market is a big one.
Okay.
This question is all about showcasing your creative thinking
Right.
and adaptability.
Right, because in today's landscape, every company is vying for the same slice of the pie.
They are.
How do we stand out from the crowd?
It's all about differentiation.
Okay.
What makes your company
Yeah.
or the company you're interviewing for
Mm-hmm.
unique?
Okay.
Do they have a superior product,
Right.
a niche market focus,
Uh-huh.
or an exceptional customer service reputation?
Okay.
Identify those strengths
Yeah.
and articulate how you'd leverage them to stay ahead of the competition.
So it's about finding that special sauce that sets them apart
Yes.
and then shouting it from the rooftops.
Not necessarily shouting,
Okay.
but definitely highlighting it in a compelling way.
Right.
Instead of just listing features and benefits,
Mm-hmm.
paint a picture of how those unique strengths translate into tangible value for their customers.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Good.
But let's say the company you're interviewing for is in a really crowded market.
Okay.
How do you demonstrate a competitive edge when everyone seems to be offering similar products or services?
That's where your knowledge of industry trends
Okay.
and your ability to anticipate future shifts come into play.
Right.
Let's say you're interviewing for a software company.
Okay.
You could say, I've noticed a growing trend towards AI-powered automation in the software industry.
Yeah.
While our competitors are still focused on traditional features,
Yeah.
I believe we can differentiate ourselves by investing in AI-driven solutions
Okay.
that streamline workflows
Right.
and provide a more personalized customer experience.
So it's about identifying emerging trends
It is.
and positioning the company as a leader in that space.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
It shows that you're not just following the pack.
Yeah.
You're thinking ahead and anticipating what's next.
Right.
And that's a quality that any company would find valuable.
Okay. We've covered some tough questions about strategy and competitive advantage.
We have.
Now, I'm curious about something you mentioned earlier.
What's that?
Asking the right questions during the interview.
Yeah,
You said it's just as important as giving good answers, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Asking insightful questions not only helps you gather information,
Hmm.
but also demonstrates your engagement,
Okay.
curiosity, and strategic thinking. It shows that you're not just looking for a job.
Yeah.
You're looking for the right fit.
That makes sense. But what are some examples of questions that really impress interviewers?
One question that always stands out.
Okay.
Could you explain the sales structure here
Mm-hmm.
and how the sales director role contributes to the overall strategy?
Okay.
It shows you're interested in understanding the big picture
Right.
and how you fit into the company's goals.
That's a great one. It shows you're not just thinking about your own role,
You're not.
but about how your team contributes to the company's success.
Hmm.
What other questions can we ask to impress them?
Another great one is,
Okay.
what are the key challenges the sales team is facing,
Mm-hmm.
and how can a sales director help overcome them?
Right.
This demonstrates your proactive mindset
Okay.
and your willingness to tackle tough problems.
Yeah.
It also gives you valuable insights into the company's current situation
Mm-hmm.
and how you can make a real impact.
Right. Because every company has its challenges,
They do.
and they're looking for someone who can come in and make a difference.
Exactly.
So we're basically showing them we're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work.
And by asking about their specific challenges,
Yeah.
you're demonstrating that you're not just there to sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're there to understand their needs
Right.
and offer solutions.
Okay. I'm starting to see how powerful asking the right questions can be.
You are.
What other gems do you have for us?
Here's one that showcases your proactive mindset.
Yeah.
How does the company support the sales director in achieving targets and driving growth?
Yeah.
This allows you to gauge their commitment to sales
Mm.
and the resources they're willing to invest in your success.
That's a smart one. It shows you're thinking about the long term
Right.
and how you can thrive in this role.
And to get a better sense of the company's values
Okay.
and what they consider a win,
Mhm.
you might ask.
Yeah.
Can you share an example of a recent sales success
Okay.
and what contributed to it?
Ooh, I like that one.
Right.
It's a subtle way of finding out what they value in their sales approach.
It also gives you a benchmark for success
Okay.
and helps you align your own strategies with their expectations.
Okay, so we've covered asking strategic questions about the company
Mhm.
and their challenges. But what about questions related to the role itself?
Asking about the role is absolutely crucial.
Right.
You want to make sure it's the right fit for you
Yeah.
and that you have a clear understanding of their expectations.
Right, because there's nothing worse than accepting a job only to find out it's not what you expected. So what kind of questions can we ask to get a better grasp of the role?
One question that always impresses interviewers is,
Yeah.
can you describe the day-to-day responsibilities of this role?
Okay.
This shows that you're genuinely interested in the nuts and bolts of the job
Uh-huh.
and that you're not afraid of hard work.
That's a good one. It also gives them an opportunity to paint a realistic picture of what the job entails.
It does.
So there are no surprises down the line.
Right.
Another important question is,
Okay.
what are the key performance indicators for this role?
KPIs.
This demonstrates that you're results-oriented
Yes.
and that you understand the importance of tracking progress and measuring success.
Exactly.
And it gives us a clear understanding of how our performance will be evaluated,
It does.
which is essential for setting goals and staying on track.
Right.
What other questions about the role should we consider asking?
You might also want to inquire about their expectations for team leadership.
Okay.
You could ask, what is the company's philosophy on coaching and developing sales talent?
Good.
This shows that you're invested in building a strong team
Right.
and that you're aligned with their approach to leadership.
That's a great point. It also gives us insight into their company culture
Yes.
and their values, which can be a major factor in deciding whether this is the right place for us.
Absolutely. Remember, an interview is a two-way street.
Right.
You're not just there to impress them.
Yeah.
You're also there to gather information.
Right.
And make sure this is a good fit for you.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground on asking strategic and insightful questions.
We have.
But now I'm curious.
About what?
We've talked about what interviewers were looking for in terms of skills and experience.
Yes.
But what about personality traits?
Oh, okay.
What are some qualities that make a top sales director candidate truly stand out?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Skills and experience are definitely important. But certain personality traits can make a huge difference in your success as a sales director.
So it's not just about knowing how to sell.
It's not.
It's about having the right mindset and attitude.
Exactly.
Okay.
One of the most important qualities is strategic sales planning.
Okay.
They want someone who can develop and implement a comprehensive sales strategy
Right.
that aligns with the company's objectives.
Right, because a great sales director isn't just reacting to the market.
No.
They're proactively shaping it.
Right.
They're thinking 3 steps ahead,
Uh-huh.
anticipating challenges,
Yeah,
and identifying opportunities before they even arise.
absolutely. They're constantly analyzing the market, evaluating their team's performance,
Yeah.
and adjusting their strategies to stay ahead of the curve.
So it's about being a visionary leader who can see the big picture
It is.
and guide their team towards success.
Right.
What other personality traits are crucial for sales directors?
Another essential quality is leadership and team development. A great sales director is someone who can attract, retain,
Yeah.
and develop top sales talent.
Okay.
They foster a culture of collaboration,
Right.
accountability, and continuous improvement.
They're not just managing a team.
Right.
They're inspiring and empowering their team members to reach their full potential.
Exactly.
They create a positive and supportive environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to succeed.
And they're also adept at identifying individual strengths and weaknesses, providing personalized coaching and mentorship to help each team member grow and develop their skills.
Okay, so we've talked about strategic thinking and leadership skills.
We have.
What about customer relationship management?
Okay.
How important is that for sales directors?
Customer relationship management is absolutely crucial.
Okay.
A successful sales director understands that building strong,
Yeah.
long-lasting relationships with customers is essential for sustainable growth.
It's about going beyond the transaction and truly understanding the customer's needs, providing exceptional service, and creating a loyal customer base.
Exactly.
Because in today's world, customer loyalty is more valuable than ever.
It is.
Okay.
A great sales director is always thinking about how to add value for their customers, how to anticipate their needs, and how to exceed their expectations.
Right.
They build relationships based on trust, mutual respect, and a genuine desire to help their customers succeed.
So it's not just about closing deals, it's about building partnerships that benefit both parties.
It is.
What other qualities are essential for navigating today's complex business landscape?
Market and competitive analysis is another key area.
Okay.
A top sales director has a deep understanding of the market landscape, including the competitive environment, industry trends, and emerging technologies.
They're constantly reading industry publications, attending conferences,
Right.
and networking with other professionals to stay on top of the latest developments.
They're
They're like market detectives, constantly gathering intel and using it to inform their strategies.
Exactly. And they're not afraid to challenge the status quo, to question assumptions, and to explore new and innovative approaches. They're always looking for ways to disrupt the market and create a competitive advantage.
So it's about being adaptable, agile, and always willing to learn and grow.
It is.
What other skills are crucial for making smart decisions and driving profitability?
Financial acumen is another must-have quality.
Okay.
Sales directors need to be comfortable working with numbers.
Right.
They need to be able to forecast sales, manage budgets, analyze sales data,
Okay.
and make informed decisions that drive profitability.
It's not just about selling, it's about understanding the financial implications of those sales
Right.
and making smart decisions that contribute to the overall health of the business. They're like financial stewards, always looking for ways to optimize resources and maximize returns.
Precisely. They have a keen eye for detail, a knack for identifying patterns and trends, and a deep understanding of how different factors impact the bottom line.
Okay, so we've covered strategic thinking, leadership, customer relationship management, market analysis,
Right.
and financial acumen.
Correct.
What about communication skills?
Okay.
How important are those for a sales director?
Strong communication and negotiation skills are absolutely essential.
Right.
A sales director needs to be able to articulate the company's value, proposition clearly and persuasively, negotiate win-win deals, and build strong relationships with both internal and external stakeholders.
They're master communicators.
They are.
Able to tailor their message to different audiences, build rapport,
Right.
and inspire confidence.
Yeah.
They're also skilled negotiators able to find common ground,
Yes.
build consensus, and achieve favorable outcomes for all parties involved.
Exactly. And they're also excellent listeners.
Okay.
Able to understand different perspectives, identify key concerns, and address them effectively.
So it's about being a well-rounded communicator who can connect with people on a personal level,
right,
build trust, and influence decisions.
Yes.
What about adaptability and resilience?
Okay.
How important are those qualities in today's rapidly changing business environment?
Adaptability and resilience are essential qualities in today's world.
Okay.
A great sales director is someone who can embrace change,
right,
overcome setbacks, and pivot their strategies as needed to achieve success.
They aren't afraid to take risks.
No.
Learn from their mistakes.
Right.
And constantly strive for improvement.
Yes.
They're agile, resourceful, and persistent in the face of challenges.
Exactly.
They see setbacks as opportunities for growth and are always looking for ways to turn lemons into lemonade.
Precisely, they have a growth mindset, a positive attitude, and an unwavering belief in their ability to succeed.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
It's clear that being a successful sales director requires a unique blend of skills, experience, and personality traits.
It's a demanding role, but also an incredibly rewarding one.
Right.
If you have the passion, the drive, and the commitment to excellence, it can be a truly fulfilling career path.
All right, so as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
I
want to remind our listeners that we've talked about preparing for tough interview questions,
right,
asking insightful questions of your own, and understanding the key qualities that make a top sales director candidate.
Yes.
That's a lot to absorb.
It is.
But remember, preparation is your secret weapon.
Absolutely.
The more you research the company, practice your answers, and hone your interviewing skills, the more confident and prepared you'll feel.
You will.
And don't forget to let your personality shine through. Sales leadership is all about connecting with people, building relationships, and inspiring others.
Right.
So be yourself, be authentic,
and
let your passion for sales shine through.
Now, as we move into the final part of our deep dive, we're going to shift gears and talk about something crucial.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. What's next on the agenda?
We're going to explore a powerful exercise that can help you prepare for those challenging interview questions.
Okay.
And really nail your next sales director interview.
Sounds good to me. Let's dive in. Okay, so you mentioned a powerful exercise to help us prepare for those tough interview questions.
Yeah.
I'm all ears, lay it on me.
It's all about digging deep into your past experiences and reframing them as compelling narratives.
Oh.
Remember those behavioral questions we talked about?
Yeah.
Tell me about a time you failed, or describe a challenging situation you overcame.
Right.
These aren't just about listing facts. They're about showcasing your resilience, your problem-solving skills, and leadership qualities.
Right, because anyone can say they're a results-oriented team player.
Exactly.
But backing it up with a real story makes all the difference.
It does.
So how do we turn our past experiences into interview gold?
Think back on your sales career and identify a particularly challenging situation you faced. It could be anything.
Right.
Losing a major client, navigating a team conflict, missing a crucial target.
Right.
Something that really tested you.
Got it. I've definitely got a few of those stories tucked away.
Good.
What do we do with them?
Analyze that situation in detail.
Okay.
What were the specific circumstances? What actions did you take? What were the outcomes, both positive and negative?
Right.
And most importantly, what did you learn from that experience?
So it's not just about recounting the story.
It's not.
It's about extracting the key takeaways and showcasing our growth as a leader.
Exactly.
I like it.
By dissecting those challenging situations, you'll gain a deeper understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, and your unique leadership style.
Right.
And that self-awareness is crucial for crafting authentic and compelling answers that resonate with interviewers.
It's like turning those war stories into leadership lessons.
It is.
Instead of just saying, I learned to be more organized,
Right.
we can say, after missing a key deadline due to poor time management, I implemented a new project tracking system and delegated tasks more effectively.
Okay.
This resulted in a 20% increase in team productivity and ensured we never missed another deadline.
Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
It's about showcasing not just the problem, but your solution and the positive impact it had.
Right.
And remember, it's okay to talk about failures as long as you can demonstrate how you learned and grew from them.
That makes sense. Nobody's perfect.
No.
And interviewers appreciate honesty and self-awareness.
They do.
So this exercise is all about turning those potentially negative experiences
into positive examples of our growth and resilience.
Exactly. It's about showing them you're not afraid of challenges, you learn from your mistakes, and you're always striving to improve.
Right.
And that's the kind of sales director any company would want to hire.
This has been incredibly helpful. So to recap, we've talked about different types of interview questions, crafting impactful answers, asking insightful questions, and showcasing the key qualities of a top sales director.
Yes.
We even learned how to turn our past challenges into leadership lessons.
Right.
This has been an awesome deep dive.
It has.
Really appreciate your insights.
My pleasure.
I think our listeners are going to be so much more prepared.
I hope so.
To really just crush those sales director interviews.
Yeah.
So to everyone listening out there,
good luck. Go get them.
You got this.